So they are citywide elected officials, and they have to concentrate on and balance out all the citywide issues. Local elected officials are concentrated on their specific districts,
Yes.
whether they're congressional members, state senators, assembly members, and council members. The borough presidents are the only 5 people who have to balance out the issues of an entire borough.
Ah, and you know, it's imperative that we hear stories like yours, because it's encouraging to some child riding in the back seat right now who's listening to this and thinking that they want to affect change, but think that they have to be 40 years old to do so. And like you say, you were passing out Meals on Wheels as a teenager. You were taking civic action and being involved civically at a very young age. But your dad was involved in politics.
So we're the anomaly in the state of New York, where I was actually elected 5 years before my father. He's in the city council now. So I'm Ruben Diaz Jr., but I'm the senior elected official in the family.
I'm sure you remind him.
I tried to.
Okay. That is awesome. Because on this channel on Urban View, we talk a lot about civic responsibility, and actually there's a show called the civic lesson every Sunday with L. Joy Williams. She's actually a
Shout out
civics
to L.
teacher.
Joy.
She's awesome, and she's actually a civics teacher.
Last time I was here, I was on her show.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, shout out to L. Joy.
Yeah.
So it's important that we have these conversations, but even though it's a national show, I wanted to talk to you about it because these are the seeds that need to be planted so that change can be affected, and we need to start at the local level.
Yes, I think that too often people think that government and politics is from the top to the bottom. And we need to make sure that people know and understand that they can really take a hold of their communities, and it's really from the bottom up. And you have to hold your elected officials responsible. The weight on my shoulder every single day, and the reason why we've been able to do certain things, as the borough president, I'm able to allocate millions of dollars every year to schools, to recreational facilities, to parks. Just today we did a ribbon cutting in the library, Van Cortlandt Library.
Oh, I love that.
So I've done over $300 million of allocations of capital funding to about 1,000 different projects over the last 10 years. And the weight that I have on my shoulders is that when I was a kid, when the Bronx was different than what it is today, there were so many community activists and advocates who fought the good fight, and they did it because even though the Bronx was abandoned, let's call it for what it is.
Yes, it was.
They had the faith, they had the hopes and aspirations for future generations such as myself, and that's why I do it, to pay it forward. But we have so many young people in the Bronx. We have the Bronx Youth Corps. We have like Dream Yard. So many different organizations, and again, unfortunately, the media likes to focus on the bad that young people do, but there are tens of thousands in the Bronx alone, and so many more throughout the city of New York who are doing great work every single day.
True. I hear you.
And
go ahead.
No. You don't have to come from a political family. You just got to care about. Just last week, I saw a video. It was going viral of a young man, Cyril. Shout out to Cyril and his 3 children. His son basically said, "Dad, why is when we come out of the train station this tunnel here on Kingsbridge? Why is it so dirty?" And they went home and they came back, and Cyril, his 3 kids, ages 10, twin daughters who were 5 years old, and his wife came out there and they swept up the corridor where the trains. So I invited them to Borough Hall, and I acknowledge that. It's this is what we need from folks. You can't always just blame the politicians.
It's true.
Obviously you got to hold us accountable. Yeah. But it's our neighborhood. It's your neighborhood. It's your Bronx. It's your borough. It's your park. It's your street. And it was great that they took initiative. That's right. And I wanted to make it cool that these kids are doing it. So I gave them citations of merit. And there's so many children out there, Dr. Brookshire, that are just doing phenomenal work cleaning up our parks. Yeah. And I just don't think that we acknowledge them enough.
It's true. And it's interesting what you say about it's yours. It's your city, it's your street, it's your park. I mean, just this morning I picked up 2 random paper plates on my track. I live in the Poconos. I'm like, what are these doing out here? Look, there's a garbage can right
Right.
there. Put it in the
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.